This is day 2. I don't get as far as I want, but I think that's every time I code. And I'm down to like less than an hour in these sessions. So you're going to see 20 something minutes. We get the job proposals working. You can mark things as approved or taken so that it kind of shuts down the job process, not all the way. And then I start on the tokens and the API so you can start using this with from the API. And I smile because you'll see at the end it doesn't work. But they made some amazing docs for the API, which soon will work. Otherwise, you'll see me logging in as me, the job poster, the test user who wants to take the job or who makes a proposal, and another test user who makes a proposal and isn't accepted. So you kind of see that starting to flesh out. Lots of details though to happen. But this is part 2. How many minutes? Say 2 hours tops. Pretty far for 2 hours, honestly. It's pretty cool. And we'll just keep going at it. After this one, the next one might be very close to done, but that's a tough one to promise. All right, let's see.
All right, so I got past that error we had in the last video, so we're going to start back up, and I think, let's see. So I'll be here, and then I have an anonymous browser to test a user who is the one who will get the proposal accepted, and then we'll test Firefox for the user who just is not accepted. But we want to just see how people can reply to a post and how people can see different information in that post. So for example, the poster of the job should be able to see the other people's emails because we're just going to have people email each other. I don't want to have threads and chats inside. It's just one more place, but feel free to comment below if you think it could go the other way. All right, I got by it just by stepping back and coming back later and told it blah, blah, blah. And it fixed it. It's weird how sometimes it's a mix of you stepping away and coming at it at a different angle, even though it's AI. I don't know. The other thing I did while doing all that is I did a quick video on how to set this to be, what's the word? Dev branch. So if we go here, actually, I don't want to go there. I want to go to just here because I don't know how to see this any other way. But here is like the settings. There it is. Settings. Funny. And then if we go here, we see that I set it to dev, and I show in the other video how I did that. That's a short. I'll link to it underneath this one. All right, so now if we go back to here, we're going to start with the next feature so people can not bid, but they're going to put their proposal in there. So this person is here. This is test accepted, and they should be able to submit a proposal. Now, you would want to see your proposal under there. I want that to show up right away. Oh, and there was an error message there. So let's go see what that error message is. So I'm going to go back to, now I'm going to go to Firefox and be the person who's not accepted. And then I'm going to just capture that error. And it's funny starting off with an error. I must have just bad vibes because I don't get far. So we have an error here, 406. And let's copy that. And the person's proposal doesn't show up, but I don't know if that's part of this. So I just don't know. And actually, let me do a screenshot. Let me do this guy because it might be able to help it a little bit more. Okay, but if I reload this as this non-accepted person, and it doesn't like reloads, there we go. I'll have to look into that. I'll put a bug down. I've seen that before, but let's just keep going. Okay, will not accept mine. So the good news is they're not seeing other people's. They do see one proposal, but I think there's now more. So maybe that's just copy. And then I think 406. Let me see what happens if that comes back. I want to see something. I'm not used to Firefox. Here we go. Jobs, that. Yeah, it does every time. Okay. So I want to say, okay, we have how many proposals now? Now, as the person posting the job, I'm going to go here and I should see, I see 3. Okay, that's interesting. So maybe it's only showing 1 because only 1 is available for me to see. And which is, I don't know. 3 proposals. We see them all because I did my own. And now I would like to accept one. Man, we got a list. Okay. So people post, I want to get notified of those. Okay, this stuff, the details, you see how much work this is. When I go use Upwork, I'm like, this is a nice site, but there's a point where you stop. And I think if you grow a company too big or whatever, it gets to be too expensive. Something got too expensive on their end because they're charging for everything. So I'm going to try and keep this simple. But simple is still complicated, as you can see. Okay, so right now what's going to happen is when there's a job posting, it's going to trigger an event in Supabase, and I'm going to go take care of that after in active pieces. So right now I'm going to focus on, I'm here and I want to accept one of them. Okay. And let me get the right terminology here. Job proposals. Okay. Okay. The next one will be, I want to be able to see people's emails, because this is just, if you're the owner, you should see people's emails because you're going to communicate outside the system. So I don't want to give it 2 requests at a time. Okay, so it's done. Let's see what happened. I also was taking some notes. We'll get into the API, hopefully. I only get 20 minutes, so let's see what happens. All right, jobs, my jobs. So here I could view it. And there we go. Oh, probably even had it there. Let's see what it says. Not that it matters. All right, let's let this run. Oh, here we go. Funny, I was asking support for Lovable how to do the dev branch or how to deploy, because you read how to deploy Supabase and this stuff, and I know how to deploy normal old school apps, but so I got some ideas now. They showed me how to make a dev branch, but the AI replied to me and I thought, wow, support's so good, but then I realized it was AI. They did a good job. All right, let's see if that worked. So I could click on it and I could see, great. Okay. So now my theory was I would use, just to figure out a pattern here, a test. This is the test, you will accept my proposal, okay. And that's fine. I'm not gonna worry about all that stuff. Taken, perfect. So now if I go back to here, so this is the guy who was accepted. I want to just see that it says taken. I'm not so worried about this guy. And this is that reload problem. I'm not going to worry about that. Taken, perfect. Okay, so now let's start opening the API. And what's interesting you'll see here is that this is going to GitHub dev. So nothing's going on main 2 days ago, but if we go to dev, we see it's happening here. So we're going to deploy main to the production area. We're going to deploy Supabase migrations. So that's going to come up eventually. Soon, because I don't like to wait to deploy. So I'll get that going soon. Okay, so here we're this person. Now we're all set. Perfect. Jobs, postings, whatever. I'm going to now build the API so we can see these job postings. We ain't going to use we're going to use the API to scan for new job postings and reply to job postings. And we need a token for that. Now, try getting a token from Upwork. I've tried twice, failed twice. So this is the first step to saying, this is our data. You don't ever have to come back here again. I don't think you'll be able to post jobs from the API, maybe. I just don't want spam. So that's going to be the biggest challenge, is preventing just spam. So if people have thoughts and ideas, just post it below. Forgot to add emails too. They are supposed to see the other person's email in the job posting. So we'll get back to that one too. And like I said, we'll do notifications outside the system just to keep that logic a little bit more out of, not that this can't do it, but between Supabase, having webhooks and things like that, I think we can do it there really nicely. And I guess we'll use active pieces just because I don't want to deal with an N8N license issue. That took a good while. Interesting. I must just have I wonder if they have some type of thinking model. And then I'll let it do that right after. Man, I've become that manager who doesn't let the developers refactor. Great. I think in one of my other videos with Roberto, and I'll link to it below, he has a good point. It's like we're becoming more supervisors than developers. It's interesting, and it's fine. I know a lot of people miss the coding part or will miss it, but I think, like I say even in that video, code was a means to an end, right? So building things. So I got this. It's a bummer. Why don't I ever have any luck with this stuff? So let's dismiss it and let's assume that went through, or it's still working on it. 7:28. So this has been running a couple minutes. So I pause because it's a lot of editing and it's boring, and then I do other things. Oh, here we go. Generate new API, click, delete tokens. So the implementation follows best practices for token management in a user-friendly interface. Okay. And that's okay. We get errors. That's fine. It will either fix them or we'll figure that out as we go. That's not good though. So this is when I will open up the window here. You can go here and more tools and developer tools. And then at this point, typically it's the first thing in the list. And that's not really what I wanted. Oh, let me see here, sorry. And then I'll do XHR. And then I hate this window. I don't know how to get rid of that one. Oh, it's now showing a fix. Okay. I want it to do the work. I didn't see that window there. Okay, let's see if it fixes it. Okay, let's just see if it fixes that. All right, let's see. So it took a minute. It says it fixed the error. Okay. So what we want to do is go get our token. And I don't care that this is looking weird. I just don't want to worry about that right now. So I'm going to go, so I am the guy with the job. So I'm going to go here and accept it. Okay, let's just go here and reload. We will get an error on reload. We did not. And we have a profile. Again, we'll fix this up. Generate a token. And Jesus, the details, huh? Did it put it in my clipboard? No, it did not. So I can't see it. Oh, jeez. Great. Communication is the hardest part. Telling a developer what you want is hard. They sometimes assume things which can be good or bad. So this assumed very little. Or didn't QA it, which is interesting. As someone who's built stuff for a long time, it's still hard. This would be maybe different if I was coding it, but again, the stuff's only getting better and better. So it's to go back there isn't, I don't think we can go back. Oh, I didn't reload the page. Let me see. This guy's gonna have a lot of tokens. Let's see what it said. Oh, maybe I missed a copy thing. I don't see a copy thing. Nope. Jeez. Could it be cache? I'm gonna open up my thing here once again. There's a shortcut. And sometimes you can do a hard reload here, but that is not the issue. Should I dare try it? Yeah, that worked. Again, very simple, but I don't care. The goal here is to make something that works and then make it pretty. Iterate. Okay, it says it did it. I'm gonna reload, generate. Almost perfect. All right, I'm gonna give it that. And I'm gonna copy that. I wanna see if that works. All right, we got a token and I'm gonna tell it to just fix the font. Oops, don't wanna do that. Fix the font, please. Delete and delete. All right. And then we'll build the API to get jobs posted, and then we'll move on from there. I want to see people's emails too, because people need to communicate. So let's do that as well. And then I want to, let's see. Let's building that. I'm going to build out my Postman to talk to this system. So I'll share that in a moment. New collection. UsWork. Add request. Okay, let's see if that worked. And okay, great, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to go to Postman and I'm going to start building out a way to talk to this. I'll put it in my collection here, and then we'll add our get jobs here, and we'll put it in here under bearer token. And then when we get the job soon from the API, that should work, but we got a ways to go there. We've got 10 minutes, so let's see. So I want to make sure I can see emails, because that's the most important. Like little details, like I shouldn't see these again, or I should be able to make this untaken if my communications didn't work out. Those are the details. And then we'll see if it can make an API. That will be interesting. I think, remember, you can go here and start putting your email to get updates and notified. Once we're done with deploying this soon, almost like in a day or two, because most of the stuff, a lot of the detail work, but I just want to get it so we can post and respond quickly. Let's see. Okay, so if I go to browse jobs and I go here, let's see, I should be able to see. I'm going to reload. I shouldn't have reloaded like that probably. Browse jobs right there. Not seeing people's things. My jobs. Let me try here instead. Still not seeing people. I'm just curious too, if I go in the database, job proposals, what do we got? We got user ID, so it does have the information it needs. Okay, cool. So let's see something here. I'm going to tell it. Oh, we got an error. Okay, I didn't see that. Let's go try to fix it. I wonder, this won't matter. I wonder if they're using MCPs to keep it up to date with what's in the database. I won't paste this. I'm just going to leave it there for a moment. See what happens. We're going to hit that 30-minute mark in 8 minutes. Let me pause. All right, did it fix it? I'll leave these here. I got to go here. I'm not going to reload. I'll reload this. I don't know if it matters, honestly. And then we're going to go view. Nothing. I fixed the TypeScript error. Non-existing email field in proposal. Oh, interesting. Okay. All right, so I don't know enough about row level security, but what's happening here is that we can see mine, but not theirs, because this is related to I'm sure this will work fine, honestly, but this is related to a users table, and there's security at that level, which is cool, where I can't just go read their stuff. But we'll see what it does. But basically, Supabase has some amazing, actually it's Postgres, security features. So we should be able to do that. And it's just protecting the data from just people potentially just scraping it at a certain level. That reminds me, when we do the API, we'll have to, no, we won't show the email then, unless you're the job owner. We'll have to figure that one out. Again, we'll just keep iterating and getting feedback and seeing what we can do, because we want to make this as easy to use as possible. Again, screenshots. All right, let me reload. It's going to be tough. I don't know if we can do this. Post jobs, my jobs, view. Oops, let me go back. View. Yeah, I see what it did. I don't want that. Okay, so let's see. So the goal here is to really make this as simple as possible. Someone posting a job offer or posting then can see the emails of anyone right on the screen who is posting a reply or job proposal. There should be no pop-up. They just get to see that person's email. I know you can do the shortcut and it goes right here, but I've had it fail once or twice, so I just play it safe. Man, this stuff is slow. Let's see where we got to. Okay. What is that? Let's see if it did what I think it did. Let's go reload this. Why won't it just show me an email? Why would it show that? Jeez. It's okay. I've seen people more frustrated with me as a developer trying to explain their idea. So we're going to auth. Oops. And that table is users. Okay. I got 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I will come back because I do want to see this through. I would love to get this done. I really wanted to hit the API. I was really excited about that. What did we get done? So we can see, we can post, we can accept. And once this is done, they can communicate, ask questions. I know outside the system will be tricky because you get an email and hopefully the person will link you to it. We can help in that process. Maybe a pop-up window that helps send the email for you with all the needed copy. The intro email, I don't know. I just want to get out of the way though so that everybody can manage themselves. Let's see how this did. Blah, blah, blah. Row level security. Let's apply that change before I try to fix an error. Oh, already executed. Okay. Oh, it's doing something. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah, okay. So it looks like it's going to add an email, which is interesting. I'm going to let it do its thing. Not going to worry here. Let me see. What are my jobs? Draft. Available. So that's available. And then if I go to browse jobs, I shouldn't see taken jobs. Again, details we'll get to. And that guy's available. So I'm going to post to this as the test accepted user. All right, let's see if it actually works. So we're gonna go post a job. So we get available, and then we're gonna go here, and then browse jobs, available, posted. Doesn't show, that's okay. I'm not gonna worry. Oops, we'll fix that after, got it. And then we go here, and then as an owner, of course I'll get notified or something. We get that and perfect, okay, cool. I'm gonna try one more thing and then we'll back off. Okay, let me pause for a moment. All right, let's see what it did. Does it work? All right, let's go find out. Let's go to Postman and I'll move Postman over. Let's see, we're gonna do that, but obviously we need more. We're gonna assume that. Okay. And then let's save this. I'm gonna do, oh, it's S. Let's see, where are we? Sorry, one moment. Okay, authentication via the IP header. Oh, that's interesting. Header, and then we'll post in that token. And I want to accept 200's okay, but I think accept, basically I want to accept application. Man, this UI can be scrunchy sometimes. Okay, I don't know what it's saying. Let's see if I could do that. What does that say? It's just, maybe I got it wrong. API, okay. No, I don't know. API doc. Oh, wow. It says it created docs. I'll believe that when I see it. Let's see here. Swagger might, oh my gosh, it did. So it might have actually written some docs. I don't know if they're working. We're gonna find out. So it says all I do is that. This will be awesome if it works. I don't think it will, but this is great. I didn't even think of docs. Jeez. Sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's not. Oh wow, this is cool. I didn't know this. That's awesome. I was wondering about that. Supabase and its functions. That's really cool. They should have wrote that in the docs, or it. That's really neat. Oh! Look at that. Scroll down. I'll be that guy. Oh yeah, it is. Duh, it's me. Jesus, criminy. Missing authorization header. So there's the header. Missing authorization header. Now I never seen, I'm going to put it here because that's how I typically do things. Invalid JWT. Okay. Man, I'm sure this is so close, though I keep saying that. So let's do it the way we're told. No auth, and then header, and then that guy. Then we send it, and then missing auth. So this guy, which is 401. And then I'm just curious. I never, not that this matters, it's just a weird curiosity. Hold on. API key. I can't believe I put that in the wrong place. Let's see. Okay. Then I get curious. I do that. No, okay. Let's see what it says. Wonder if it's a Supabase setting. Oh, let's see what it said here. The correct URL. Yeah. So cool if this works. There's a lot to just enjoy about Supabase right now. I used to just do all this stuff in another framework, and to have it all here like this can be really nice. Storage, real-time events, listening to events inside of the database, webhooks, API stuff, auth. It's pretty crazy. All right, let's see. Missing header auth. So properly looks, includes more descriptive error, includes course header. Returns appropriate. Okay. So let's close. No, I don't want to close that. Where did you go? Yeah, That's a bummer. All right, was hoping to get further. One more try, and then I gotta go. This is it. Oh wait, it's still doing something. Try your Chrome press. I removed that goofy thing. Yeah, okay. It's actually still processing, which maybe we'll leave it there because I might come back to this off screen. All right, so after this, we'll get to reply to a job posting, and then we'll start to set up some guardrails there, and then notify people.